between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 16th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Looking for a crease, it's Watson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm. And that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
Kick is in the air. He'll return it from the 50. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The give from the gun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Big moment in recruiting last week. Four-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a four-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Trying to beat the D deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Second down coming up. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got a man. It's Carr. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Game, pass complete, great job, sets up a manageable 4th down. We're going to set the tone early in this game. We're going to be aggressive. Yes, we're going for it.
And the Canes looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that ball's incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Robinson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations. The run from the shotgun. There he goes.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
To the ground. He's got it again. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Seminoles. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for space. It's Watson. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Old Dominion rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Ballard Stadium. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Sun Belt.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run the screen, and they pick up just a few on that completion. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Hurricanes are on the move. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling to catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Puts it out of the air. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on the slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
It'll be 3rd and long.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the catch. It's Lyon. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Miami.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll need to put some leg in this one, a 52-yard attempt and just the right finesse to get it in from the right. And it slips just inside that right upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Rides the back on the option to give. He's past the 30. At the 45 on his way. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 10. Touchdown Noles. Excellent pass by the back on the option. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, throwing 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Going right to work up top. That's caught. It's Carr. Crosses the 30. Gets away from one. He's got space. Flying out to the left. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in the stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McCoy. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
What a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Watson. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Robinson. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass here on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the back. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Watson. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. This quarterback part of their running game. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that 4th down.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Firing to the right, complete. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Canes are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get the first through the air. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on first down. Looking deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Here's a hit. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
Turns it loose. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's Carr. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And the Canes look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going for it all. Wide open, he makes the catch. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, this guy's going to make catches all over the field. That time he lined up all the way to the left side, and he was able to cross the entire field to make a catch on the right side. Defense lost track of him, and it ended up being a big play.
The Canes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida State.
And the Noles line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Now on first down from the 43. On the run, it's Lyle. Shakes off the defender. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Hurricanes in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space.
Intercepted to stop the threat.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Caught close to the marker, it's Watson. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
The discard, and he's running free. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Noles want to move quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Scanning the field, it's Sperry. Dumps it to the back. Quickly complete. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Stumbled to the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The give on the option. Touchdown Seminoles! Great job by the back on the option. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Gonna run it. It's Lyle. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he's got enough for the 1st down, and it'll be at the 35. And the Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get 1st downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the 1st down, and now we crank the tempo back in.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. And the Canes are on the move. Let's go. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Carr. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Canes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, he's got some space. pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down.
Here we go.
They'll go to the air. Right down the middle. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Canes! And the comeback is on. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Gives it on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Florida State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. That should move them closer to this elusive 2nd win of the year as they build this fourth quarter lead. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll send the tight end in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Offense gets set for second down.
3:25.
Back to pass. Under fire. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He wants to go deep. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They'll ride Davis here. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Rides to back and leaves it. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. He breaks a tackle. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Davis. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Turning it on! They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got.
Let's go.
Direct snap. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Davis. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, no! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Guys, so far this hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that could score points. This is a rivalry game with Miami, Palmer, but they're putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered Miami all game long.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
He'll throw on third down. Gets it out fast. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together, and it is Florida State celebrating the flaming spear of victory by taking down the U. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of